Yeah.
This is the community now. You got this one dude or one girl that's in these communities, maybe two or three. They the one everybody look up to. They raunchy. I watch some of these dudes, some of these boys look up to. They wear the same stuff every day. They look stink. I'm like looking through the neighborhood. I'm like, and these kids look at this man. Don't do nothing. But this is what they looking up to. Now, I asked myself, how can a little boy look up to somebody like that? You know why? Because he's the one laying around the house. So you're looking up to any man now that is there, just like a girl.
And that's what's gonna happen. And that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I'll be a testament to that.
That's how it is.
When there's no man in the house, you're gonna see a man somewhere. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You're gonna see a man, whether it be out in the street, whether it be, some people have good uncles and different stuff like that. Yeah, so you're gonna see a man somewhere.
But now you're dwindling it down to majority of those men, they're gone. Them older guys that we looked up to growing up that slew hogs and the whole community. I remember back then looking at them old men. They're not perfect. Ain't none of us gonna be. We're gonna never be perfect. We gotta stop looking at one another like that. Like I look at you like you infamous. Like you can't be broke. Something can't be wrong with you. Anybody you take into your life now, everybody's been through something.
Yeah, no doubt.
But the thing of it is that you can't quit. Now, see, this is our problem now. The reason why there are so many single person people because they quit. Mm-hmm. They gave up. This one person. That's why I'm saying. So let's look at it like God. When I said trust, so look at it like God looks at it. Then if He said you should put your trust in a man, so He's telling you don't do that. So He's telling you put your trust in me. So this is what I'm saying. If you trust yourself. If you say that you really want to be with each other and you trust yourself, your trust is you. You can't do nothing about this person. This person go to work 24/7 all the time. They go out with their girls or he go out with the boys. You can't watch them 24/7. You do put one of them cameras up his ass so you can watch each other. If that's what you want to do, you can get on your phone and say, there he is, said that right where he said he would go be.
Yeah, he ain't went nowhere yet.
So,
so good.
You can't watch him. You know how many people go to work and it's a guy, girl at work and they flirt with you every day? The only thing can save a relationship is you don't engage. You can take that flirt all day long, but as long as you don't engage and you realize where you coming back home to, you got it. As soon as you lose that, if you start leaning on that that's it. It's a done deal. So what I'm saying is you got to trust yourself. And by that way it means you're going to do what you need to do to make the relationship good. Now, if you're going to hold back, now look, I'm going to tell y'all something. To all the world like that, because I'm going to give y'all a brief education on love. Teddy Pendergrass, if we stop looking for the words to come to us in a slow song, we're too busy looking for love to sound boom, all slow, boom. We're looking for magical words. All they're talking about in a song like that is sex. Mm-hmm. Because that's what the love songs is. We're looking for love in the wrong places. Teddy Pendergrass told everybody what love was. He said, it feels so good loving somebody when somebody loves you back. Now, if you listen to every word of that song, he's telling you. He said, I'm not talking about 70-30. I'm not talking about 60-40. What he said? I'm talking about 50-50 love. Look. Everybody listen to that song. That's where I learned love from.
That's one of my favorite.
You don't need this big epiphany, this big person coming in and some fantasy. Listen to that song, and that song, think of the words of that song. See, he said, to be loved and be loved in return is the only thing your heart desires.
And that's the reason I'm singing.
If you ain't feeling it here, if you ain't feeling it here, you ain't got it. You ain't got it.
What was that? I didn't hear that. Say that again.
Because I said that's why I'm singing, because I loved and didn't get it back. But then how many times you want to keep going through that?
Yeah, because then you get burnt out and your cup get empty. You got to be replenished.
But
but then you didn't see.
I feel like that's where I feel like that's where faith comes in at.
You didn't see it in. I mean, it's like you can't detect it.
No.
I feel like that's where faith comes in at though. Like,
so let me ask you something.
I can detect it.
I feel like This is just my personal opinion. It was just like I was saying a while ago. Like, if you know what you're looking for, you're always gonna be looking for it until you find it.
That's right.
Unless you stop looking for it. You know what I mean? You
She
know what
didn't
you're
stop
looking for.
She just said she's
Yeah.
not dating right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just, you know.
But sometimes you
Yeah,
can
that's
look.
it. At the
Sometimes
moment,
you
till
can
I
look the
find-
wrong way too.
Till I find, you know what, that's some of the issue too. Because I'm not gonna just blame it on men, me myself too, because I didn't know exactly what I wanted. That's why I found what I found.
Yeah.
So I gotta get me all the way together before I try to date. And then when I'm looking at that's out here, it's like
Yeah.
it's nothing to date. And then like.
You're right. That's how.
Yeah.
That's how
And then
I've
see,
been.
you know, fishermen.
I gave up because I'm like, man, I tried and be like, no, I ain't going through all this.
Fishermen will take 3 or 4 months to find a good spot to go fishing. Sometimes it's a bite location. I'm just being real. Sometimes it's bite location. Sometimes the fishing hole will dry right up.
I guess you're right.
Sometimes the fishing hole will dry right up. You know what I mean?
Date.
And you might have to get up, take your little trip. Take your little trip. You know what I mean?
And I'm gonna piggyback off of that. Sometimes it's not what you think it's gonna look like.
Yeah,
I know.
Don't pick your date. Don't pick your dates because he got Jordans on. That's an opinion I'm having.
Lord sent me.
Hey,
He told me come because I'm not looking.
Gotta find you under the
He ain't got Jordans on or you don't go out.
Excuse me. My car just broke down. Literally. Right here in front of your house.
Well, first of all, God just said, you got all
God
the
just
locks
made me
on
run
your
out of
door.
gas.
Nobody's just gonna randomly show up at your door. He said, don't play him for no fool. That's it. That's the word.
That is fact.
But hold on. While we're here, right here, now listen to this. Check this out. You know how many black women go to church, and this is another thing they do.
Look for a man.
No, don't think what I'm saying now. They go to church. It's the only time they go out. Church, Walmart, something like that. Might go mall, but it's the only time they go out, right? Mm-hmm. So their whole playing field is small. You know what I mean?
That's because that's what they do.
That's right.
That's not the man's fault.
That's right.
Not the man's fault that you ain't came out
So you think, and they say, I just want a godly man. When people just say that, I said, keep on asking what you ask. Because a godly man can be one come in their household, buddy, and they'd be the most strict one you can get a hold of. Mm-hmm. Sit down, you know what I mean? So I'll be like, nah. If you're asking for a woman from a man or woman from God, I don't agree with that. Because you can get anything. If you're looking, if you think what you asked for, you're going to get it.
You think because this man's title is pastor or elder or bishop that he can go molest your 7-year-old child, then think again.
No.
And that's not godly, but that's what your definition of godly is. So you got to be careful what you ask for.
And we go through so many things, and sometimes we jump behind this club or we'll jump behind this religion just so we can have something to put out in front of our face. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that we're a better person. It doesn't mean, exactly. So it's just because now, you know, I feel like stripped down, we should see our worth before. We should see our worth before these different situations.
Flowers while they're here. Why we got wait died, then you hear all these good things about personal obituary. Where they were the first one. You didn't even know some of the history behind people until they died. And you're like, it was in my community, they did all that. How come I ain't know? Nobody want to tell it. Nobody on black folk want to tell the business nowhere. You know what I mean? Black cat. Remember back in the day, you go take your stuff outside the house, so see what you got. If it made it back home, you go back there and tell them people I said. But yeah, I mean, it's I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not afraid to date though. You know what I mean? But you got to date. If you're going to meet somebody, you can't do it through the text.
It's like the lottery.
You know what I mean?
You can't win if you don't play.
And it's horrible to say that it's even like down to a game. Because it's not a game, because it's so serious.
But it should, look.
But you should.
It should be fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
If you're not thinking of too much. If you're not thinking of so much. Like, just go out and say, like, say somebody, like, say Junior come work one day, just come up to you and say, see, you know, I've been watching you a while, man. You know, could I take you out? Right? Now listen to me then. Let's act the scene like. Do you know you?
Okay.
All right. We're going to act this scene like. I'm old Junior. I come over. I say, you know what, Jay? I've been watching you for a while. You know what I mean? Would you like to go out?
No, sir, I would not.
See what I'm saying?
And why was it?
Why?
Was it because it was at work?
No. Well, yeah, that's some of it. One, because I done got so comfortable with me that I don't want to have to change me again. So, Junior might don't like some of the things I like, and I don't want to have to change for me. So,
but he don't know that.
Junior got to find me in another environment.
Yeah.
He got to find me in my element. So that's why.
How long is it going to take for Junior to find you in the element?
When the Lord sent him. He knocked on my door and said, the Lord sent me here for you. I don't know. I just feel like I'm not looking to date right up. If it happens, don't get me wrong. If it happens, you're going to meet a cool-ass chick because I'm not who people might... You thought I was a quiet person, but if you get to know me for real, I'm a real cool chill person.
I understand that because you don't want to start. You ain't ready.
Right, so
because people do get caught up in things real fast. I know more guys that fall in love faster than women now.
I just don't want to waste my time no more.
You gotta think about it.
I don't want to be nobody's roommate, and I don't want to waste my time no more.
And that's admirable. So for the listeners, all you have to do is you can send us an email to the Shore Collectives at gmail.com. Any questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to add to this conversation, you can send it over there. We'll read it on air the next time we get together for a wonderful pod. But I just wanted to stop y'all for a second and put that out there, just for the people. She already said,
when you get in, this is how we was raised. And that's why I say a lot of this old stuff is still stuck on this. Back in the day, you go out one time, or a boy on a bicycle ride down the road, he sees a girl. If they held hands or kissed back in the day, you his girlfriend. We grew up when we got teenagers. Once you had sex, you was boyfriend and girlfriend. When you got in your 20s, it was more like, more especially that drug era. Majority of the dudes got scared of cold feet because those women were ready to get married. They got cold feet and they disappeared. Half of them went to jail, then some of them.
But they unincentive. But a lot of the incentive on being that traditional get married. They took a lot of the incentive off of that when a lot of the things happened where the country shaped into where women can get some of these jobs that men can get. Yeah. So where they can generate their own money and they can basically support themselves in ways that they necessarily couldn't before.
But a man is scared of that, though.
You know what I mean?
think some men are afraid of that. Mm-hmm. They're afraid that their woman can pull her weight. I mean, if she's pulling it before he get there, what's his problem?
Being in competition, why should it intimidate a man that a woman is successful or make more money than you? Because if you're a team, it don't matter if she pay the mortgage, you pay the light bill. It's your home together.
But that's that.
Because I feel like this, even if it does bother you as a man, even if it bothers you, wouldn't you try to do something to elevate yourself to try to make as much or more? If it bothers you, if it bothers you and it's not a deal breaker,
to some he don't need to.
Why wouldn't you want to elevate yourself?
He has to understand her. Just because she made 80,000 and he made 40, he's got to say, I'm comfortable with that. But still do what he's supposed to do.
I don't understand the person that's
I don't care what kind of money you make, the bills to still be.
If you it don't matter.
You ain't gonna have too many more bills.
Yeah, all that credit card in the pot.
Ain't got look. If it's her credit card, if my name ain't on it, if that's what you want to do, is go and splurge and shop. Don't ask me for the $25 on that.
That's your minimum.
Don't ask me for that minimum.
Because I'm not coming.
Don't ask me for that minimum.
Yeah, because I'm not coming to you. I'm not coming to you with my credit card problem. I believe that was mine. It had nothing to do, with that. But I see that happening a lot to a lot of couples. It's like when you take 50-50, you break up, go to court. It ain't no 50-50 in that matter because me and Lamont, when we walk in, we come in that with the boots we got on our feet.
Yeah.
Majority of the time.
Yeah.
Look, so you got to think about it.
It's set up like that.
And as a person that has had and then you get it taken away from you,